I'm going to show you how to make a save file that has every single item in the game at the very start of the game, all weapons, all armors, all talismans, ashes of war, spirit ashes, spells, everything completely unlocked, maximum runes at level 1 with a fully revealed map, and it only takes just a few minutes. Here's how to do it, here's how it works. You can use this in multiplayer, you will not get banned. This will save you hundreds of hours of actually playing the game, running around the map, getting your favorite build together. This will let you test every weapon, every skill that you ever want without having to run around the entire map, defeating difficult bosses. 2 of every weapon in case you want to attempt dual wielding them. This is a huge time saver. Everyone should be doing this. Let me show you how to do it, alright? So what you have to do is, let me go back inside just real quick, and you're going to go to nexusmods.com, alright? Now, you will need to make an account to download this, but you can just open something like a 10-minute mail or a temporary mail and just make some mumbo-jumbo random account for your download. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is click view all 1,696 games, then type Elden into the search box. That's going to show Elden Ring. Go ahead and click that. Alright, and then once that loads, might take a minute, go to the search bar and type all item. Don't type all items with an S, just type all item, press enter, and you're going to go to this mod here that says Soul Level 1 Wretch All Item Starter Save Game Version 1.04.1. Alright, now this may not work in a future patch, but this guy seems to keep this nicely updated, and this is the best one that I've found. So go ahead, go here, you'll have to make an account. It only takes a few minutes on like a 10-minute mail. You don't have to make a real account if you don't want to. Alright, and then simply go down here and follow all of the instructions. This only takes a few minutes, and once you follow the instructions, you can boot up the game. I don't know how to do this on consoles, so don't ask me there. But let me show you how this works. When you boot up the game, your character will be here in the graveyard. The door will already be open to the world. And you're going to have the world map here available to you. You won't have any graces, but you're going to have to run and go collect them yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and touch the first grace. And if I want, I could put on a thing like the Serpent Hunter right now, because the Serpent Hunter you can use at level 1. It's pretty powerful, but we can't upgrade it just yet. So I'm going to teach you how to get this all set up and started so that you can start messing around in any bracket of PvP. You can do low-level PvP. You can do the meta 100, level 120, 125 PvP, depending on which YouTuber you prefer to follow or whatever. There's the 150 bracket, and so on, right? Now, because you have infinite runes, you do have another stack of runes as well. If you look right here, right next to Gatefront's gray site, there is a pile of runes there from, normally that's, you know, how it works when you die. It's right next to the gray site. We're just going to run straight to it. And you don't want to pick that up yet, because if you want to play on a maximum leveled character, that is your secondary rune stash. And I'll show you what I mean in a sec here, because having the maximum amount of runes is not enough to reach the maximum level. Alright? So the first thing we're going to do is run to the gate front so we can get our mount, but we also need access to the round table so that we can upgrade all of our weapons to either plus 10, because we have 999 of every smithing stone, allowing us to play with all different ranges of upgraded weapons if we want. Also, if you use basic backup saves, then you can always undo any kind of levels you want to play online. You never ever have to like manually farm a character ever again. This is not an MMORPG. You don't have to manually farm anything if you don't want to. So we're gonna rest at the grace, and then of course plays the cutscene so we can get the mount. You guys know the drill here. We're gonna go ahead and skip the dialogue. And what this does, this unlocks your mount. This unlocks your ability to level up at grace sites. So there we go. We got the steed whistle. And now we can level up, and if you want to just mess around with stats, like say you want to play with maximum stats, you don't really care, you just want to make the game as easy as possible, you can go ahead and pump up your stats to 99 here. Now, unfortunately, you don't have enough runes held to do this, but I'm going to show you right now that once you pump it up, You can collect that nice pile right next to the Grace and get another 999 billion trillion, however many it is. I'm not going to count how many nines there are up top. Someone can let me know in the comments if you want. It's not really super important, but we're just going to pump all of our stats up. Now, by doing this, it does not really let us play in the correct bracket of PvP. You will not get banned for this. You do not get banned for entering multiplayer with this character, alright? Now, you will be able to test out all sorts of builds. You could do the dirty thing, be a level like 10 or 20 character with all of the talismans unlocked using Rivers of Blood in PvP. So as you can see, I can't really pump any more levels. That's pretty much all the runes because I need something like 6 million for the next level. But that's fine because we just collect our runes right here. There we go, there's another 900 million, 900 whatever trillion. And then we can just finish leveling our character back up to everything at 99. Of course, the maximum level in this game is, I believe, 713. I could be slightly wrong on that. It is, yes, it is 713. That is 99 times, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we need to get to the round table, and to do that, we're going to go right here to the shrine, the Church of Marika. I'm going to hotkey the Spectral Steed right now, and we're just going to go ahead and ride there. And with 99 of every stat, we do have quite the equip load health bar. It'll be absolutely no problem. So once we get the round table unlocked, we can pretty much play the game however we want. So we can level up whatever weapons we want to plus 10 or plus 25 if it's a standard weapon. We can then play the game, beat the bosses. Everything will be very, very easy and simple. I could put on the heaviest, toughest armor in the game right now if I want, which is the Bull Goat set. No problem. So we're just going to go ahead and slap on that Bull Goat set. Look at that. Look how tanky this is going to make us. This will dramatically increase our physical damage resistance. We could put on whatever talismans we may want. It's totally fine. I'm going to put on Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. Okay, because it's a pretty good one, you know. Again, you could play the Concealing Veil without having to do the annoying, assassin fight. You don't have to go and farm any of these things. Ritual Shield Talisman, look at that. I mean, that one's easy to get, but you get the point, right? You can try out all of these with your build to get your dream build that you want. You'll never get banned for using this. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's such a time saver. This only takes a few minutes to set up. There's no reason to be lazy about it. It's just great. It's just awesome. Alright, and we can test out all manner of weapons and shields at all manner of upgrade levels. But you get the point, right? I'm sitting at like 65 damage reduction now. We could go ahead and put on like a super weapon if we want, or any kind of shield you want. You can test out all the spells because we have all the staffs unlocked, all the spells unlocked. You can do the jar cannon shooty build. You can have a bow build you can mess around with. You don't have to look up YouTube guides to see if they're just clickbaiting you or not. You can try out every single weapon's Ash of War. Like if you find an interesting Ash of War on a weapon, like Gravity Bolt on the Falling Star Beastjaw, you can try that out. You can try the Great Oracular Bubble, see if it's something you like or not. And it's just great, guys. You should really, really try this out. Otherwise, you're going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours trying to collect all of these items. And like right here, very start of the game, we have Rivers of Blood. And yeah, we can just absolutely just completely decimate everything with this. It's one of the most known powerful weapons in the entire game. Here's the a Knight Rider. What's he gonna do, okay? I mean, we don't have an upgraded weapon yet, so we don't deal that much damage, but we still deal quite a bit of damage, okay? And he was able to always break us. There we go, we took his horse down. Look how interesting this is. If you try to fight this as a level 1 character with like a wooden club, it just would not be fun. He barely hurts us. We're getting beat up here. We don't have to play defensively. We can just button mash through the toughest of fights, okay? Again, it's a lot of fun. We already have repeating thrust, so we don't need another copy. You get 5 copies of everything. You can test out every spirit ash that you want, okay? You will have to get yourself a Spirit Calling Bell because that doesn't come naturally to a level 1 character. Otherwise, it would be considered shady. You don't get things like the Flask of Physic. We're going to go get that right now. But once you have the Flask of Physic, we have all of the Flask of Physic tiers unlocked. I'm going to show you that to you so you can mess around with that. And it's just the best way to test out if you think a build might work. Maybe you're a content creator, maybe you're a YouTuber like me, and you don't want to spend hundreds of hours, you know, running around the world having to hunt down these items to show off in a video. Have you ever wondered how all these big channel YouTubers are making these videos on all these weapons? Like, a lot of these build guides are like, yeah, just go get Rivers of Blood. Rivers of Blood is an in-game weapon. It's located way up here. You have to kill like several bosses and spend hours of the game just to get there to get it. It's not viable for like a brand new character, but now with this little cheat it is. And yes, this is considered cheating. So if you have some sort of weird moral code of conduct that prevents you from having fun in video games, and you want to spend your, you know, your very short life playing and grinding and getting it legitimately, then that's totally fine. This is for people who just want to save time. There's no real harm in it. You're just saving yourself time, okay? Like, yeah, to get this many runes, I would have to grind the 50,000 rune dragon for probably 10 to 20 to 40 hours. I don't know. It would be a very long grind, okay? But because I can just download this in 2 minutes, I don't have to do the grind. You could say it's unfair for PvP. It's not. Everyone else that PvPs is also doing this. You're pretty much just putting yourself on equal footing with them. Again, it's not bannable. No one's been banned for doing this. So once we're in K-Lid, which is that warp we just took, we can now rest at the Grace site. She's going to take us to the round table. And what that's going to do is allow us to travel to the round table and upgrade our weapons. So I'm just going to, you know, skip the dialogue, touch the girl gamer's, you know, soft, supple hand here, you know, just the touch of a girl gamer's hand. And there you go, that's going to teleport us to the round table. From here, we'll upgrade our Rivers of Blood to +10, and then I'll show you one of the harder fights with complete maximum stat. Actually, I want to show you something else even more crazy, because you could test out every spell in the game. You can test out every combination of spell in the game, and there is just so much fun stuff that you can do with this kind of build here. So we're gonna go ahead and get right here. We're gonna upgrade this thing to +10. Very cool stuff. There we go. We now have a +10 Rivers of Blood. This thing absolutely will slap insanely. It's pretty good. And yes, I'm aware I can open the menu and go there faster. I'm a lazy gamer. I don't want to put forth effort. I don't want to use brain power. I just want to mash the buttons and then get the dopamine hit, okay guys? But also, let's go ahead and just start messing around with some staffs. Let's go ahead and put on a meteor staff here. Let's just show off some cool. There's a meteorite staff. We don't need to upgrade that. That's part of a game mechanic. And let's play with some magic. Why not mess around a little bit with magic? Okay, we're gonna go to memorize spell. I'm gonna pick a fun spell here. This is a really in-game spell, Meteorite of Estelle. That's a fun one. Let's go ahead, and I didn't loot the Flask of Physic. I actually need that for what I was gonna show off. So whoops, my bad. Let's go get that Flask of Physic real quick. And you can tell that it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a little broken. It takes away the challenge. If you think that being good at a video game is something that you're going to remember in 10 years that people actually value, you're pretty much wrong. I'll tell you right now, I was a top 0.2% in Halo 2 back in the day. I was literally an MLG for Halo. Do you care? No, you don't care. No one cares. Everyone thinks it's just stupid. So now we have every tier unlocked. We can mess around with all the things like exploding ourselves. We can put 2 of them in there. There's so many things that we could do here. I'm going to increase my magic power. Also going to increase FP consumption. No, I'm going to make it where I can't be staggered with the lead and hard tier. So now, when I drink the Flask of Physic, I simply will not be interruptible, and I have infinite mana. That sounds pretty broken, right? Because, you know, we do have the staff in our left hand, and we have the Rivers of Blood in the right hand. So here's a really tough boss. Let's just see how hard we can hit him. This is definitely not something you can take on a fresh character at the start of the game. And this character can't be bled, but we still managed to deal a significant chunk of his health and he is not able to really deal too much of our health because of our heavy super armor, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and reset him here because again, we can really mess around with this. Now, if you want, you can go to the round table, you can get a spirit calling bell. You can also go right back here to the Church of Ele, get your spirit calling bell that way. If you want to mess around with like a mimic tier build or just try out all the different summons. You can also level them up because you have the glow work to do so. So let's play around with some magic. I'm gonna chug this Estus and or Flask of Physic, and let's just summon a bunch of meteors. And look at his health. Look at it go. Oh boy, what a crazy spell, right? And again, you can play around with every spell, see what you like, see what you don't like. There's a lot of useless spells in this game. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I spent 15 hours a day for 30 days making a beginner's guide, manually running around the starter area, playing legit, getting all the items that you could possibly could, and testing them all out in multiple different saves, multiple different playthroughs, leveling up, you know, skilling them up, and so on and so forth, to try to find the best route for new players. That's on my channel, you can go check it out. But for those that don't have that time, because maybe you have to go to work for 12 hours a day, driving in 2 hours of traffic, maybe you have to spend 8 hours at school, 2 hours at the bus stop, and another 3 hours doing homework and studying, and you don't have time to play a game like this. Or maybe you're not good at this game, or you don't care about being good at this game, and you find it frustrating that you try to fight a monster like this gargoyle, and it just kicks your butt for hours and hours and hours until you get lucky enough to dodge all of its attacks and barely beat it, which brings you feelings of relief instead of happiness. So you can do this. Level up a character to maximum. Maybe you just want a PvP. Like, there are people that only want a PvP. They don't give a shit about the story. They don't care about romancing their little pink-haired waifus or, you know, going through legit. They just want to go and mess around with other people. Well, you can absolutely do that because you have all of the bloody finger stuff that you can invade other people with. You don't get banned for using it. Just make sure that your character's around level 120 for the YouTuber meta, I guess. You can even go lower than that if you want to mess around with new players and have some fun trolling. Anyway, guys, I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Hopefully this helped you save a lot of time. Alright, and I am not endorsing Nexus mods. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't know the guy that made this mod. I'm not being paid to shill off this mod. Okay, I just found it extremely time-saving and helpful, so I'm sharing it with you and how easy and simple it is to download and, you know, apply. Alright, and with that said, go have fun. I make videos every day on this channel. Come back tomorrow for another video. Come back tomorrow for maybe 2 different videos every single day. If you're financially stable, please become a channel member. It's $5 a month. You get private videos, more personal videos. It helps me out tremendously. And leave a comment, leave a like, comment on someone else's comment. Don't just comment towards me. Talk to each other in the comments. Have a discussion. And I'll see you tomorrow.